Well, good morning. I'm Jagender Rana. The topic for our discussion today is global scenario of cyber risk. Global scenario of cyber risk. This cyber is a term derived from cybernetics, which means comprehensive study of automatic communications and control of functions of living bodies and then mechanical electronic systems such as computers. So cyber risk management is evolving as a specialized science which does research on volatile issues arising out of revolutions in all information technologies. So computer programming, artificial intelligence, computer virus and voluminous and valuable data of business houses can be damaged, disrupted and lost in events of cyber crimes of hackers. So no business is safe from determined hackers who use their skills for extortions, ransomware. Binary and pattern rap outbreaks have been known to cause crippling disruptions which can be inflicted across all sectors of all industries. So men have invented sophisticated revolutionary information technology which enslave man today with unprecedented dependence on electronic mechanisms. Large-scale disruptions are caused by these cyber risks. It's a serious challenge to ensure and reinsure underwrite risk. Underwrite cyber risk only after fully understanding cyber risk. Risk management of all kinds of cyber risk is the main thrust in specialized cyber risk management, not by trial and error, but by trust and advanced technologies. So cyber terrorism is another area where newer challenges are to be faced. Various types of cyber risk with special characteristics of newer kinds of claims need to be surveyed and handled in absolutely untraditional ways by all concerned, insurers, reinsurers, surveyors, brokers, etc. So again, rating technologies of insurable cyber risk are to be evolved in the light of past events of losses, kinds of exposure and little awareness of insureds, insurers, reinsurers, and brokers. So cyber risk scenario is emerging since 2011-12 and real impact is being felt since 2014. So we have to look through contemporary historical advancements in IT technologies and cyber risk. Complexities in handling cyber risk, the scope of possible losses from cyber risk includes NDBI, that is non-physical damage business interruptions. This type of insured risk is detached fully from assets related property risk. So the cover protects earnings even when there are events of electricity blackouts, digitalization, etc. Data is turning into a critical asset and such event causes significant economic damage to business. Cyber risk can trigger events of NDBI, non-physical damage, business interruptions. So first and third party NDBI loss events caused by cyber risk have a broad base. In 2016, Swiss Re IBM conducted a survey of companies impacted by cyber risk landscape covering incidents of 2014, 15, 16. So the median cost of pound or 2 lakh of a data breach event with significantly higher aggregate of losses. So knowledge of the full range and size of the cyber risk is still in its infancy stage. Size of cyber risk and the reliability of incident data are not easy to generate actuarial estimates. Insurers also worry that the aggregation of cyber risk in the event of loss may result in billions of US dollar, and modeling occurrences is for more difficult when there can be threats to solvency of business houses. The main challenges in ensuring cyber risk are uncertainty about frequencies and severities of losses, potential correlation of various cyber risks, cyber crimes and cyber terrorism, malicious intents behind coordinated attacks like ransomware, constantly changing threats from untreatable perpetrators of crime. Many business houses using more sophisticated IT technologies are not well prepared to deal with cyber risk and loss events to quantify volumes of cyber event losses. Historical data of cyber loss event is to be built up for evolving risk modeling. Business houses and insurance industry leaders have to make gross investment in security technologies. First line of defense against cyber threats of concerned business houses means comprehensive risk management policy practices to be handled jointly by insurer, reinsurers, and brokers. It's very important that for better understanding of the cyber risk data, base must be built from all angles. Insurers should closely study various problems and prospects of clients in dealing with the insurability of cyber risk. An insurance of cyber risk must help to build resilience of business houses and an interconnected world of its technologies. The event information given by clients can be complete and ambiguous. So paperless offices remain with large blanks in interconnections of information stored in computers. When breaches take place, backup data have their own missing links. Some observations of various lead underwriters emerging scenario of cyber risk from Reinsurance Week and Reinsurance magazines from London in 2016-17. See, the most recent ransomware attacks are something that everyone can be affected, but main business remains unprepared and unprotected against them. So up until now, cyber insurance have typically focused on breach response, notifications, and liability costs increased by companies holding high volumes of sensitive data such as healthcare providers, financial institutions, and retailers. In the recent Vanari and Petra Rap outbreak, all have witnessed crippling disruptions that can be inflicted by the ransomware across all sectors of industries. Even large-scale blue chips are globally recognized brands which are not immune. These costs of such incidents are not limited to payments of ransom. Decrypting files or restoring data from backups have higher costs. All these consumes valuable resources and can destroy hard-won reputation. No business is safe from determined hackers. So business houses need to engage insurers, brokers, and other risk management specialists to ensure that they are kept up to date. They are kept up to date in the face of this developing threat, with a particular focus on pitching, backups, and business continuity planning. These are essential to reduce damaging impacts of such ransomware events and prevent reputational damages. This is by the TM writer. Another that ACR Capital Holding Private Limited says that technologies will continue to move on and change our world at a faster pace. The best option to adapt to it. Technology offers opportunity to analyze prospective portfolios, to identify the areas of underperformance and inefficiencies within the portfolio. Both insurers and the insurers have to analyze and understood cyber risk portfolios. So traditional methods of distributing products of insurance and reinsurance are to give way to new technological trends and standardization. Those who embrace technology can leverage it as an opportunity, while those who do not will most certainly see it as a threat. Munich Re says that new technology is involving things like autonomous vehicles, drones, and artificial intelligence may bring new business opportunities for the industry. At the same time, they may, however, disrupt the market as unexpected risk emerges and known the risk become non-existent. Technological development, predictions of changes, and vision of new opportunities to grow are all before us. Cyber risk is one of the emerging risks that offer growth potential to the insurance industry. The demand for cyber risk insurance is rising amid the increasing use of social media and cloud computing. The legal and regulatory measures against private data breach is becoming more punitive, and there is growing awareness of cyber risk protections. The Lloyd's platform is becoming a compelling measure for regional and local players to gain access to cyber risk, a specialty market, a specialty line market. So that means this risk is growing. Growing cyber insurance market says that the real evolution of cyber insurance market has been from 2014 onwards. However, since 2011, cyber liability insurance with small limits are they are beginning. So the cyber risk landscape is changing very fast, and insured business houses, as well as insurers, reinsurers, and reinsurance brokers, have to keep pace with the changing technological developments. Technological revolution is closely linked with reinsurance market evolutions. So first party losses result from cyber incidents which include forensic investigation costs to determine cause, notifying consumers and campaigns for public awareness. Now third party losses relate to cost of private litigations or firms and fees. According to Lloyd's, CEO, cyber attacks cost companies around $400 billions every year. That time, now it has increased. So cyber risk is due mainly to rapidly growing digital transportation, widening resources, and vulnerability from hyperconnectivity. The entire process of cyber risk evolution is full of newer types of threats and opportunities. The cyber risk structures are rapidly changing and are becoming complicated. Firms may underestimate the complexities that is created by digital technology. This is absolutely a reinsurance market. The growing cyber risk market is impacted by newer technologies, rapid digitalization with global interconnectivity. A standalone cyber insurance is growing in US market as well as in UK, Europe. The cyber insurance market is concentrated. Many players are like AIG, Hub, and Excel Group. 45% of global cyber premium is in USA. So cyber risk insurance are needed by industries. Insured are ready to share information on cyber risk and are willing to increase their resilience in the event of cyber attacks like ransomware. Main industries interested in cyber risk insurance are electronics, media, healthcare, transportation, banking, telecom, infrastructures, pharma, biotech, chemical and petrol, and manufacturers of consumer products, industrial products, auto manufacturing, professional services, retail utilities, hotels, etc. So cyber insurance can be better managed by captive insurance market locations like Bermuda. It remains to be seen if financial reinsurance products of art technologies can be utilized for cyber risk insurance. So the future of cyber risk insurance and reinsurance will be fully dependent on rapid growth of newer technologies, automation, software data with larger volumes and enormous values of assets. Cyber terrorism related to cyber crimes can be better covered by market pools and uniformly adequate ratings. So reinsurance and market pools will be also becoming more effective alternative to competition among cyber risk insurers. So Munich Re has spoken words of wisdom in reinsurance with deep insight and intuition of a global reinsurers. They say cyber has become highly relevant currently and will be in future. But it's more complex risk and carries more accumulation risk. So looking at the future, it said that the changes has arrived and that the industry could learn from other industries who have undergone technology-driven changes. The digital ingredients will be data and technology. These ingredients will be the same for our industry. They will allow better risk assessment. They will sophisticate the front end and the way we interface the customers. So those who are good at it will take bigger share even if the pie does not grow. We need to look at how other industries have or will transform. They are transforming and they could not care less about how our industry is transforming. Thank you. Thank you very much.